Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is June 28th, 2012. It is Thursday, June 28th, 2012. I'm going to go over the results to start with here. On the YM, we are down 2 trades on the YM. We had 2 losing trades this morning. On the ES, we had 1 losing trade and 1 break-even trade. On the NQ, we had a bunch of trades, small wins. We're up 14 ticks over there, and on the crude, we are up 8 ticks. Okay, we had a bunch of trades on the crude too. We were up pretty well on the crude this morning, and then I had 1 trade go bad on me. But we'll cover them all pretty quickly here. Okay, let me start right out with the crude. Okay, yesterday, I don't know why that thing is right there, but yesterday, folks had asked me if I would go over the green turning into the brown type setups, so I marked them up today when they happened. I marked them up today when they were happening, and you'll be able to see them where you see these black lines, these straight up and down vertical lines that are all black. Those would be entries in the direction of the market at the time. Okay, this was up, this was up, this was up, this was up, this one down, and this one down, and that brings us pretty much current. Yeah, that's about right. There was one right here that was up too. You could have gone up right there. Let me put it in there. All right. I want to mention to everyone, if you have not taken the free trial, you need to go to www.cfrn.net/apply. And you can take a free trial with us. In that free trial, you get 5 days in the live trading room. You get to see and use all the charts and indicators that you see here. And even more than that, you get to sit in the live trading room for 5 business days, 2 hours a day. Excuse me. You get to sit in that live trading room for 5 business days for 2 hours a day and ask any questions that you want. I highly recommend that folks who are in that live trading room, that are in there on the free trial, ask the questions that they have. You know, chances are I'm going to be talking to you later on, one-on-one, toward the end of your free trial. Chances are I'll be talking to you one-on-one anyway. But ask the questions in the live market so I can show you in the live market and respond in the live market. All right. Let's see. We have a partners meeting tonight. If you are not a partner, you need to become a partner to get into it. Partners meetings are at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday night. Tonight will be 9 p.m. Eastern Time as usual. And we had some guys that were putting together some statistics about things that they were looking at. So I will, hopefully we'll have that done. Have something to show on that tonight. And that's it. If you are on the free trial and you don't know what it takes to become a partner, just type in right now that you don't have the information to become a partner. If you are on the free trial, and or you can just email it to me. You can send an email to tech@cfrn.net. Okay. Now, back to the trading. You can see here we had this huge move down after that news came out. It started to get really choppy right in here as we were waiting for the news to come out. And let's see, where did we start? We started trading right over here. These black lines, I didn't actually take these, but these black lines show the green turning into the direction of the brown. Just the opportunities that were there from those trades. Okay, your entry would have been here for a probably 6 or 8 tick move up. Here for a 6 or 8 tick move up. My first trade was right here. It was a long trade. Price had crossed above the BBC, and the MA1 was also above the BBC. Price retraced back down, tested the BBC, and we had bullish divergence down here. When I say divergence, I mean the green line is moving away from the cycle portion, which is the thick line down there, the red and blue one. It tested it, and it moved up, and that was the opportunity to get long right in there, okay? I did get long. I took a little profit. The next trade that I took was over here. It was a long trade. I took that, and when it was held in by the MA1 over here, I had moved my stop up to break even, and I got a break even on that. So I went long right here and got out right here. The next trade was right over here. You see the MA1 had crossed below the BBC, pulled back up, Price pulled back up to test it, and once it gave a down close in the direction of the divergence, over here the divergence is bearish, it gave the down close in there, I got short, and I took some profit. Now at this point right here, I think I was up about 20 ticks on the day. I could have just stopped there, but I kept trading for the sake of the live trading room. I missed trades here, here, and here, but you can see on all of them you have your bullish cross, then price pulls back, tests the BBC, and gives an up close in the direction of the bullish divergence down here. So your entry would have been right here, okay, or right here, or right here. Now, this is price. Once the result of the Supreme Court ruling came out, all the markets just collapsed. And you can see right here, this was the crude oil collapsing with everything else. There really wasn't an opportunity to enter into this big giant move down here. I did get something out of it. Where did I get that? No, I know I got 10 ticks out of it somewhere. But anyway, I did short in there somewhere, and I got 10 ticks out of it. But you can see the green turning into the brown right here. You know, where the green turns down into the brown right there was an opportunity to get short. And again over here, the green turned down into the brown direction. Another one, and another one right here. So all three of these black lines right here were opportunities to get short. All right. Price came back and tested the BBC a couple times right here, and it went down from there, but we didn't have the divergence in the right direction here, so we couldn't take any trades in there. It did it again right over here, tested the BBC, gave a down close. This time we did have the bearish divergence. Could have taken a trade on the down close right there. Over here, the green turned into the brown, given a small opportunity on the long side. Right here we had bullish divergence. Price tested the BBC. It gave me an up close right here, and I went long, and it stopped me out to the tick before it moved up. Okay. Let's see, over here, there was an opportunity to get short right here. I didn't fill on that one. And right here I did fill. And I had moved my stop to break even once we closed on the other side of the MA1. And unfortunately it came back up and got me out of break even. I got a little profit on this trade right here. And where are we right now? All these black lines you see is the green turning into the brown. So you would have been going long there, long here, short over here, short here, and short here. And this last one, green turning into the brown, would have been long right there. All right, here's one more trade that I took when Dwayne just came on when we started the show at noontime right here. Okay, we had to test the BBC with an up close. I got long there, and I took a little bit of profit on that one. Right now, it's actually got bearish divergence, and I think I'm going to short it right here at 28.23. All right, I just filled at 28.23 for the short right there with bearish divergence. Okay. All right, that is crude on the morning. Okay, now we have the NQ. I took a few trades on the NQ. We ended up on the NQ. Let's just go all the way back here. All right. Yeah, we had this huge decline. First thing in the morning, we had this huge decline. And then we had some opportunities once it recovered some of that decline right here. Okay. Right here, the MA1 crossed above. Hang on a second, I have to manage that crude trade. All right. I am just going to lock in a little profit on the crude trade and continue on over here. Okay. Crude is near the low of the day. The low of the day is down at 78.12. Okay. Right here, after the bullish cross, you see it's the same setup on all these markets. After the bullish cross, we were looking for price to come back down, test the BBC with bullish divergence, get an up close, price moved up. Okay, I missed that one. I did get into this one, took some profit here. Over here, I shorted after the bearish cross, pull up in the down close, I shorted, and I got a break even on that one. And I shorted over here as well. This was the NQ. No, I didn't short there on the NQ. That was crude that I shorted on at that time. I didn't short there. That's not right. Over here, Was an opportunity. It came down, tested the BBC, and gave an up close. It didn't actually hit the BBC here, though, so that's questionable. There was an opportunity in here, but we didn't have the divergence. Okay, we did get divergence here, and by the time it pulled up over here, the cycle was blue, so you had to be quick with that one. All right, really quick with your risk on that. Over here, I did take a long trade here, and I took a little bit of profit over here. Okay, there was another opportunity right here. This is right at 10:30. You can see we have all this bearish divergence right here. Okay, lots of bearish divergence right there. Price came, it crossed down below the BBC, came up, tested the BBC, gave a down close, and down it went. We had a little bit of bearish divergence over here, not a ton. And let's just keep scrolling through. It got really choppy right in here. We didn't do any trading. Right in here we had a bullish cross, pullback, tested the BBC with an up close. I got long, took a little profit. Same thing over here. Okay, same thing over there. And let's see, over here, by the time we got the divergence, price had already moved away from the BBC. Right in here, well, this is during the break. That's why it's not there. I actually, right here, I took a trade and I took a little profit. This was when Dwayne was speaking. I got long right here and I took a little profit right up there. And there was another trade right in here. This goes right up to now. All right. Even right now, right here, if we got a down close, that would be an opportunity on the short side right here. Okay. That was the NQ for the day. I want to bring the crude back over and show you how that trade panned out. It went from my entry right here, right down to the prior swing low, right there. Okay. Right there. And now it's coming back. I took profit right in here, though, on the way down. Next market was the ES. I took 2 trades on the ES this morning. I want to point out a little bit of something on the ES, but I only took 2 trades on it. All right. Right in here, this was I missed this trade this morning. It went for 1.5 points. I would have either gotten 1 point or break even on that trade, but I absolutely missed the trade. Okay. Over here, when it pulled up, I did get into this trade, and it stopped me out for -2 points, and then it went sideways for a little while, went right up into the zone, and collapsed out of the zone when the news came out. Okay. Over here, it pulled back up over here and tested the BBC. I did get short on that. Once it got down here, it had 1.5 points profit in it. I had moved my stop up to break even because this 1308 level had held several times already. So, you know, we ended up stopping out break even on that one. Okay. Right here, we had a test of the BBC with an up close. Tested the BBC with an up close, and that I did not take that trade. What time was that? That happened. That just happened recently. Okay, and that was it on the ES. So we ended up down that 1 trade on the ES. Okay. Now, what market have I missed? The YM. Okay, the YM. Let's just look at this. There is one question in there. Does the market move down because the news is considered bad news? Not always. You know, the market doesn't always move down on bad news. Sometimes, for most of the last year, it's been moving up on bad news. Okay. All right. On the YM, we had a bullish cross right here. Okay, bullish cross, pullback, tested the BBC with an up close. There was an opportunity to get long in there. Right over here, we had the bearish cross and pullback and tested the BBC with a down close, an opportunity to get short. It flipped back around in the other direction. Could have gotten long right in there. I did actually get long here, and I got a break even. I got short here, and I got stopped out. There was a long here and another short right over here. It got really flat in here. Okay. Then right here was another opportunity to get long. And here was another opportunity to get long. All right, and that was pretty much it on the day. All right, I'm going to wrap up my recording right here, and we can head out to Vegas.